Hey guys, what's going on? Coach for the Soul, Thursdays at 3 has begun. If you are here live, say hello. If you're here watching it on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my channel and please like the videos. Please leave a little comment, even if it's an emoji, because YouTube will use those GG algorithms to send Coaching for the Soul around the planet to people who need a little bit more Coaching for the Soul. So yes, it's a huge program today. We'll see how long it goes. Yeah, there's a lot going on in the month of August. We're going to talk about that. There's a Mercury retrograde, which starts in 2 days, 3 days. It's now the 1st of August right now. So, yeah, there's a lot going on. A lot of changes, a lot of energy, a lot of fantastic stuff. So, hi, Nancy. Yeah, a lot of really good stuff. We're going to be surprised at the Mercury retrograde. It's going to be hard energy, but good energy. It's going to be very, very interesting which side you end up on, because that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So yeah, and it's funny because I was writing down notes about a half an hour ago, and my head is lit up. I was watching something. My head is lit up like a Christmas tree, like always, right? And it's like, yeah. So we're going to talk about that. Hi, Candace. Hi, Dorothy. What's up with you? Yeah, April's going to be April. August is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Yes, welcome to the Lion's Gate. That's another thing, 8-8, all right? August is going to be something that we've never had before. We've never had before in our lifetime, where we actually are between dimensions, where we are being called one way, up interdimensional energy. And you're going to notice the people in your life that aren't going anywhere. And that some people, it will concern them, but they're just not ready yet. Not they're going anyplace, right? I don't know what it's, Spirit's saying tribunal, which I don't know what that would be, but that's what he's saying. When certain people are called home, meaning to go back to where they came from. Yeah. So, and Spirit's talked about that before also. So, hey, Kathy. Yeah. So it's going to be I can't wait till like middle of the month when we do Coach for the Soul and see people's comments, because I think it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. And the people that comment on the YouTube channel, right? Which you guys should all really do for me, if you would, please. Even if it's just an emoji, right? Just go over there and do it, right? There's usually a link when I post it on Facebook, on my Facebook pages and on Instagram. There's always a link there that you can actually click on it and just go right to it. So, yeah, I'll be interested to see what people say, because how much transformation, hey, Carol, how much transformation people are on the precipice of, right? Because this month, Spirit has talked about this before, right? They got to get us ready for 2025. And Spirit says the line's being drawn, right? And like, and two, the majority of the people that watch Coach for the Soul are either on the precipice or almost on the precipice of amazing shifting and changing. Yeah. Yes, Dorothy, I thank you for that. Yep, I thank you a lot, because that helps out the channel. Yep. Also Mercury retrograde, Candace, yes, for sure. Lionsgate, Mercury retrograde, Mars conjunct Jupiter, Saturn conjunct Jupiter. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on up in the stratospheres. Hey, Shannon. Hey, Joe, what's going on? Yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be very, very cool. And ancient money's coming. So, start talking. If you're not talking already, start talking, right? I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it, right? Because I'm telling you, it's going to be pretty effing epic. It's going to be epic. So I think we'll start, because he's raring to go. Okay. So first off, like I was saying before with Candace, is there's a lot of stuff astrologically going on. Hey, Kimberly. And find out where these are in your birth chart, you guys. Just get your birth chart. Just get it. Just get it. PamGregory.com. You'll be so you'll be so much more prepared with how intense it's going to be with all the aspects up in the universe. Okay? Like I was saying before, Mercury retrograde starts on the 4th. We've already been in pre-shadow for the past 2 weeks. If anybody has noticed, people are a little angry. Hey, Aaron. Right? A little angry, a little frustrated, right? Everywhere. And that's because of Mercury retrograde. It's a big Mercury retrograde for us, guys. It is probably one of the strongest we're going to have, or that we've ever had, is right here, right now. Why? Because of August. With all of the things I'm going to tell you guys about in August, it's going to be interesting how everybody deals with it. If they deal with it in a place, if they deal with it from a place of, oh, that's effing cool, or yeah, that seems like a lot of work. Yeah, that seems like, I don't know about that. But you're going to be surprised, okay? So that has already started, but it goes full power the 4th of August until the 28th of August. So it's the whole damn month. Then we have a 10-day shadow on top of that. The blessing about that is the pre-shadow energy gets stronger as we get closer to August the 4th. It wanes after the 28th for 10 days, okay? So depending on how balanced you are, and how much you've worked on yourself, because that's what Mercury retrogrades are. They're there to bring up your stuff so that you look at it and go, okay, Spirit, why do I still feel like this? And again, surrender. You have to surrender. I'll tell you the way that I did it. I can't fight your ass anymore. I can't do it. I don't know why I'm fighting it, because that doesn't do me any good. You're stronger than me. You're bigger than me. And I just went, okay, I give up. Did I come back and go, wait a minute? Yes, I did. Over 4 years. And that's transformation, everybody. It is the hardest thing you'll ever do in your life. But the blessing is, you know all kinds of cool stuff that you never, ever thought you'd know. It's the hardest thing you'll ever do. Trust me. I don't know how about having kids, but, right? Birthing kids, but yeah, it's the hardest thing for me I've ever done in my life, because you have no power. You have to completely give your power away. And that can be scary. That can be very scary. Okay? So, Mercury retrograde. Mars and Jupiter conjunct, which means they're right next to each other in the sky. Okay? Mars is warrior. War. I don't like it. And it's like pounding his fist. Right? And I'm gonna go war against these people. And Jupiter's like expansion. Beautiful. What do you want? I'll give it to you. I promise you, it's the largest planet in the solar system. Okay? So they're back and forth. That is going on now. So I believe it was the last week of July, and we're going into the first week of August. Okay? And then I believe it's the 15th or the 16th of this month, we have Jupiter and Saturn. Now, Jupiter is huge. I'll give you what you want. Oh my gosh. Just tell me what you want. I'll give it to you. And Saturn is structure. And Jupiter's bigger than Saturn. So who's going to win that battle? Jupiter's going to win. But you're not going to get everything that you want like you normally would at a quick pace. Mercury retrograde, Mars and Jupiter right next to each other in the sky, and then Jupiter and Saturn right next to each other in the sky. See? And it's going to be like, WTF, I don't get it. You can't be in that. You've got to be in, okay, I get it. Let me check my birth chart to see exactly, and let me see where all of my things are at, where all my planets are at in my houses. You have it all right here from PamGregory.com, okay? And it is an interesting read, because you know how it's going to affect you, so that you can prepare for, like I do with Mercury retrograde. It's just Mercury retrograde, Bill. It's not your fault. If I'm spit out something that is bad, that's angry, that's frustrated, which I plan on not doing. So it's like, and I usually do that. I usually plan on, I'm going to be able to catch it all this time. Is that true? No. Something's going to slide out of my mouth that I didn't like, right? That's okay, because it's Mercury retrograde. It just wants you to see it. Right? So that's August in a nutshell. The cool thing is, it's the most intense month that we've ever had in our lifetime. Energy's going to be awesome, sweet, Jupiter. Awesome, sweet, do what you want. Oh, I'm so positive, it's wonderful. And then you got that Mercury retrograde kind of hanging out there. But guess what's going to win? Jupiter. Jupiter's going to win. Does that mean it's a 28-day pleasure yourself thing? No. Is everything going to be perfect? No. It's about being able to roll with the punches, Spirit says. It's about understanding that when you're balanced, you're going to be unbalanced sometimes because you can't stay balanced all the time. Why? Because we live in 3D and that's shifting into higher dimensional energy, right? I mean, we're going to see the change. We're going to see the shift, which is freaking cool as hell. Who'd ever thought? I didn't. I was talking to my sister about it this week because she came in yesterday from Colorado. And we were talking about that, how much we've changed in a year since seeing each other, how different things are. And it's exactly what it is, right? So we're going to feel both. The blessing is, and I'll explain this in a minute, how everything is shifting for the positive because of 2025, okay? Did anybody notice, no politics, but I'm just saying, right? Did anybody notice a shift when Kamala Harris became the nomination for the Democrats? The country shifted. Completely shifted when Joe Biden dropped out. Okay? It completely shifted for the positive. That positivity goes around the world when it starts in America. Why? Lemuria is on the West Coast, right? Atlantis is on the East Coast. Atlantis was a warrior energy. Lemuria was a peaceful energy. Okay? We were not human then. And most of us were there when those continents sank. Hence why we're here now, Spirit says. To see the great transformation and watch those land masses return from being underneath the sea for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. We were energy beings at that time. We were not human. Okay? Spirit has told me that a number of times when I've talked about it to myself, right? I have conversations out loud like, Spirit, okay, blah, 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 blah. We were not in being. We were not carbon-based beings. We were energy beings. Kind of like dinosaurs. Kind of like all the stuff that was in the ocean that we didn't know was there. Only we find the fossils and go, holy moly, I can't believe that thing lived in the ocean. That's us. That's us. Okay? So that's happening this month where we are absolutely, hang on. He just said, talk about the ancient money. Talk about the ancient money. They'll get into that. Ancient money is coming to us quickly. Quickly, everybody. If you get the word buy a ticket, buy a damn ticket. Buy a ticket. Buy a scratch off. It doesn't matter. If you get the message, buy the darn ticket. Buy the ticket. Okay? Because money's going to be flowing starting in August. It's part of the switch in the vibration on the planet. Is there still negative Nancy's, and is there still there's a lot of third dimensional people beings walking around. But as we go forward, and the Spirit has talked about this before, as we go forward and through the rest of 24 and then into 25, 26, massive change is going to happen. I wrote down shifting, energetic revolution happening, shifting from 24, 25, and 26 into 2030. Spirit has talked about this before, right? The fact that by 2030, 2035, he extended it to, there'll be no more dictators on the planet. They'll all be gone. Consciousness will raise. They will not be able to fight against 5D. Spirit says the warriors come out. Chimes. The warriors come out, right? Again, I am a Kamala Harris fan. I'll tell you that straight up. But I'm going to talk about the energy. When Joe Biden dropped out and he said he was getting behind her, everything shifted. Just absolutely just changed. a whole boatload of energy that was negative was removed. That's what Joe Biden did when he dropped out. He took it with him. And Spirit has talked about this, right? Now when we release big things, 8 or 9, 10 things, attach yourself to it to get removed at the same time. Why? Because they need you to be energy efficient by 2025, 2026. Because that's when the real work begins, right? Because they will lose their power, Spirit says. The third dimensional beings will start to lose their powers. The leaders of third dimensional humans will start to lose their power. And that is the dictators on the planet. The dictators on the planet will start to lose their, why? The warriors. We are not the warriors, Spirit says. The warriors are energy beings that we cannot visibly see. Now in third dimension, we call that God, right? The universe, Jesus, whatever you want to call it, right? But they're on their way now. They've already started, Spirit says. Okay? Hence the Kamala Harris thing or Joe Biden. And people will say, well, it was planned. Okay, it was planned by them. Because she's the one that's destined to be the President of the United States. That's why it's only going to be, that's why it was 100 days or 110 days, whatever it was, right? Yeah. Now, does that mean it's going to be easy peasy? No. They've got sabotage every single level to try to mess it up so the darkness wins. Well, I don't know about you, but I know darkness never wins. Never wins. And because it's been such a long period of time, it's when darkness ends. When darkness ends. Okay? And I will say this straight out. He will pass away either by the end of this year or he will die before June of next year. Because his time is up. His time is up. And his message is tired. And the only thing that's going to, that he can do, and I have this down, yes, the revolution is happening now. Your consciousness is going to explode. And struggles are going to stop. All right? Why? Because the darkness gets smaller as you go through the year. Spirit has talked about that before for the past 2, 3, 4 years. It can't go forward because there is no darkness in 5D or 6D. And 4D is kind of done. You guys are already mostly there. And I'm telling you, this month, you're going to have big epiphanies where you go, holy shit, bunker, this is crazy. Or, what was that right there? This is freaking cool. I'm digging this stuff. Okay? But everybody's ascending that's supposed to ascend. Right? So start asking for what you freaking want. With the expectation of receiving it. If you've done your work. If you're doing guided meditations and releasing that third dimensional energy out of your body. You have to. Have to. Unless you want to pay $200 and some to go see Brenda for a 2-hour session, which is fabulously wonderful. But you don't really have to go there until you are ready to release the last bunch of it. See? Don't try to find someone to help you. Meaning people on YouTube or people on different platforms. Okay? Don't have to. Let them bring them to you. You have to wait. They know the right place at the right time. That's what their job is. When human goes ahead and chase it, okay, I got to find somebody to help me fix. No, you don't. Don't have to. I've had that conversation for the past 2 weeks with people. Stop. Just stop. Stop. You're doing a disadvantage to yourself. Chimes. Because you're trying to control it. Oh my God, I just got the thought I need to find. No, you don't have to find somebody. Get yourself a YouTube feed that you're on every day and a Instagram feed and a Facebook feed, but for sure, YouTube, they'll bring you everything that you have to know about what you need to do. And when that happens, and you click on it in your feed, because you're meant to, you're going to go, I know that too, but I know that too, I know that too, but how do I know it? I don't know it. Well, they know that you know it because it's already been downloaded. You just to allow yourself for it to be uploaded, for it to be present, right? But if you're not doing what you need to do to take care of yourself, getting outside when it's not 95 degrees outside is one thing, right? And humid. At night, take walks, talk out loud. Go to the water, talk out loud. Put your feet and your butt on the ground without shoes, talk out loud. Go to the park, talk out loud. So you don't have to be like talking like I'm talking now. You can talk low. Tell Spirit, I need to talk to you. Let that stuff out of your body. And when the good stuff happens, Spirit, this is freaking, however you want to say it. I'm a effing guy, right? This is so freaking cool. God dang, this is awesome. That's the way I show my appreciation. Full of gratitude. Full of gratitude. Because they transformed me. They transform you guys. You just have to let them. The hardest thing you'll ever do. Okay? So, exhaustion turns hang on. Exhaustion turns into engagement. Okay? All of a sudden, you want to talk out loud. All of a sudden, the energy in your world shifts. And you're feeling like, this is pretty freaking cool. I don't know what it is, but I'm kind of digging this. Well, you know what it is. They're raising the vibration of the planet. And the United States is, again, we talked about this before, right? The United States has been chosen out of all the countries on the planet to lead the revolution into the fifth and sixth dimension. Okay? Why? East Coast, Atlantis. West Coast is Lemuria. We're the youngest planet, the youngest country on the planet when it comes to largest economy, power, largest military, power. Okay? Both sides of the coin. We are more easily led than other countries. Why? Because we don't have all the history of the wars. Thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago. And again, we're a blessed country between these two energy land masses, right? No other country has that but us. Think about that. Right? No one does. Can you say all of North America? Well, you could, but no country's got it on both sides of it, just on the both sides of it in the South. It goes up to the boundaries. Yeah. See? So as that starts to happen, it's already started. It starts to get more intense, and it's awesome. And things start to come to light, where you see more and more corruption around the world, where you see more and more people being called out, when you see more and more people get arrested. Today, Russia traded with the United States with Germany's help. 2 hostages that have been there. When Paul's been there, he's from Detroit. His brother lives in Detroit. Been there 5.5 years. He was always, his name's Paul, always, he didn't get released with the other people. Because he knew Russia knew how important, how important he was to them for a trade for another prisoner that was held by some free country in the world. I know. But Joe Biden's decision to drop out and him endorsing Kamala Harris, that was powerful, don't you think? They don't have to wait until November, till January, when it's certified, to exchange with a former president for money. Example right there. I said that to my sister this morning. I'm like, okay, isn't it interesting that 10 days ago, whatever it was, that Joe Biden dropped out, and now all of a sudden everything's shifting, and this happens. They've been trying for 5.5 years to get Paul to come home, to get home. Don't know what they had to give up, but I know Germany had a part of it. That's the way it works. Us too. That's transformation, right? That's knowing they don't have that power because it's going to be since Joe Biden dropped out, it's going to be a female president who's a Democrat. And he's not getting back in. I'm not talking politics, guys. I'm talking about energy, good guy, bad guy. Okay? Energy. Higher energy on Kamala Harris, lower energy on Donald Trump. Okay? His star is fading, Spirit says. Quickly. Okay? And he sees it. He sees it dwindling more and more and more. It's supposed to. As the darkness goes away, sooner than later, and the energy vibration of the planet rises up. And I heard again this past week about universal guaranteed income. The $1,000 a month that the government's going to pay out. It's going to start in other countries first. And the pandemic had a lot to do with that, right? I was blessed. I got free money. I got $25,000 for free during the pandemic because of my business. You know, it was great. It was fantastic, right? I know a friend who got even more than that for her business. She sells real estate. See? But those are gifts from God. Those are gifts from God, the universe, whatever. But when they had to send people's checks out, right? Had to. Everything was shut down. You can't have the whole country fall into despair. It's bad enough we had a pandemic. But that is the catalyst from Spirit to start the universal income. Guaranteed income. See? So, as Spirit has said, it'd be 25 or 26. That is going to be announced that the top 1% going to pay billions and billions and billions of dollars every year to support social programs. And that is a huge social program. And as I've said this before too, I believe, as the light shifts, as we go into higher dimensional energy, the darkness shrinks, gets smaller and smaller, so there is less pushback on things to help people. Chimes. It's about love. 100%. No more top down. Everything's bottom up. Yeah. And you can say, where's it coming from? It's coming from Elon Musk and Microsoft guy, right? And all those other people that are making billions and trillions of dollars and have all of the wealth in the country is the top 6 people, 7 people, 10 people. Yeah. It's all going to be systematically, Spirit says. It's all going to be broken down, and they cannot do anything about it because the rest of the world is doing the same thing. James. See? So we're on the precipice, everybody, of a brand new life. And it's fabulous. It is fabulous that we have all of these things to look forward to. The Spirit just said, so check your shit and get over it. Get over it. Stop ballyhooing about, I didn't get it, Bill. I didn't get it. Okay. What do you have to do for them to bring it to you? How much negativity do you have in your life? How much dysfunction do you have in your life? How balanced are you? Everybody, that makes the world of difference. The world of difference. Third dimensional energy is heavy as heck. The light fluffy stuff that has all your goodness in it, it can't make it through your freaking vortex. Can't. It's because boo-hoo and what am I going to do, what am I going to do is so heavy it clogs every chance of your great stuff, your ancient money coming to you. Can you wait until the last minute to do that? No. You got to do it. You got to start it, right? Do you know when you're going to get it? No, not a clue. Not a clue. But I'm telling you, with this shift in energy that's going on now, it's going to come a hell of a lot faster than I've been waiting 6 years to get to receive my money to move to Maui. Because everything is different now. Everything is different. Am I ready for it? Oh, I'm ready for it. I'm ready. You are too. I know you are. But what have you done to prepare for it? How balanced are you? James? How much negative energy you have in your body? Mercury is going to prove that, right? You're going to get angry, going to get pissed off, going to get, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Stop. Can't change it. Can't change it. Why is everything happening like this? Because you haven't worked on yourself enough yet. You haven't been talking enough. And it was funny, I watched something yesterday on TV, and I don't know what it was, with my sister, in Days. Something about the person on the TV show, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was on Netflix or something like that. Or I think the woman's, it was, I don't know what kind of movie it was. She said, well, are you asking for it? How often are you asking for it? And the person responded, well, I don't think I'm going to get it. Well, you're not going to get it like that. You've got to have some type of revelation to understand that that heavy energy is not going to allow you to get anything. It's not. It's like you're much more energetic if you lose some weight than if you gain more weight. You're going to get much more energetic if you work out and do medical practices, like holistic practices and things like that, and that will change your dynamic automatically. Like just working out. Because it makes you, those endorphins make you feel so good. Taking a walk, I take 5 a day with Daisy, right? So it sucks when it's hot outside. It sucks. And she's exhausted when she gets home. Yeah, so am I, right? But at night, it's wonderful when we take our last 2 walks. Usually 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock, right? Sun's starting to go down. It's behind the trees. 7 o'clock can be kind of hot still, but sometimes we go at 8 o'clock, and then we go at 9:30, right? Because she wants to go out before she goes to bed, not to go potty, just to see who's been walking up and down the sidewalk when she's in the house and not out on the balcony. See, anything that you do that positively enhances your energy, you got to do them. I don't have time. Well, guess what? You got time. You got time. The awesome thing is, too, that energy of depression, that energy of heaviness is already started to turn. And it's not coming back, everybody. It's going to get less and less and less. Will our fear jump up around November? End of November, or end of October, November, election time. Yeah, see? It's going to be a cluster. It's all planned that way. But the dark energy's not going to win. Trust me, it's not. I know. And I love people say, well, Bill, how do you know? Really? My sister said that to me last night. Well, Bill, how do you know? I'm like, really? Your brother's psychic. Did you know that? Yeah. Yeah. See? So, again, exhaustion turns to enlightenment. It turns into getting out there and having the energy to do stuff. Energetic revolution happening now. Shifting for 24, 25, 26 to 2030. Big, huge surprises are going to come. In positive things, right? In positive things. Your consciousness explodes. Struggle will begin to stop. And what are you going to do with that? Hopefully you'll be connected to the energy enough, and you clean up your area enough to where you can enjoy it. Especially with Jupiter being conjunct, meaning next to each other, with Mars and Saturn and the Mercury retrograde and all the other stuff in Leo, and then also also going into Virgo. See? Time's going fast. It's the 1st of August already. That's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Also, you will automatically see the propaganda. If you hear something and you used to believe it, you won't believe it anymore. Again, the propaganda is there to make you fearful, so that you question, so your mind gets all scattered, so your mind gets all zippity-doo-dah, right? Because ego, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, James, that's what it's for. That's what it's for. You'll rise up above that, Spirit says. Your energy will be much more intense, much higher, 5D. And you'll go, how could anybody ever believe that? I say that a lot. I say that a lot. But then I get the message, but Bill, they're not you. They're not you. And you have to remember that when you're on the precipice of a breakthrough, when you're starting to live your freaking body in 5D, right? I'll tell you, last week, twice. Walked into my bedroom, I didn't know what bedroom I was in. It looked totally different. I'm like, okay, what the hell's that about? I stood in the middle of the floor, the room. I'm like, okay, why is it looks so different? Why does it, this is kind of, I knew what it was, but I'm like, but it didn't look like anything I've ever seen before. And I've seen I've seen the rooms in the house on Maui. 2 days later, I got up about 9:30 to get ready for Daisy for bed. And I got up off the couch, looked at my living room, and I'm like, it all looks different. What the hell is that? It all was wavy. Well, because I was in 5D. It happens without you knowing. And that's what's cool, is you need to be able to recognize that and go, this is so effing cool. I'm already there. Because most of you already are. So Allison says, depression has been crazy. That's because of Mercury retrograde. That's what it is. Mercury retrograde is there to suppress you, to make you go, what the fuck? And recognize what that depression is. It's old stuff, almost said it, from your past in this lifetime and past lifetimes for your entire family's energy. You chose to be here this lifetime right now to release all of the energy from your family's history. Because you're the strong one. You're the strong one. And so that depression is just that. You're letting it go for the final time when it comes to family stuff. Yeah. So see all the growth that's going to happen to us? That is actually going to be epiphany after epiphany after epiphany. You're going to wake up in the morning, you feel like you're a different person. Because you got uploaded while you slept. While you slept. Yeah. See? Yeah. That's what it is. You know? And again, Dorothy, that's propaganda. Project 2025 is propaganda. It will happen. It'll happen. But it's not going to happen. So I don't bother with it. Know exactly what it is. It's third dimensional. Just, you know, be a dictator. Yeah. All the propaganda that gets spewed out of certain people. Propaganda. And a small amount of the masses in our country and around the world eat that stuff up. They eat it just constantly all day long. All day long. They just revel in it when they get in bed. Yeah. Yeah. Following a false prophet, Spirit says. Following a false prophet. Because they want revenge. It's dark energy. Not going to happen. Yeah, not going to happen. See? And you can help that by not buying into it. There's John. No one. See? Isn't that cool how they do that for us? For confirmation from what I channel? Yeah. Yeah. See? Because we're coming out of it, everybody. We're coming out of the from COVID. Yeah, from COVID. You know, and that's what this is all about. is absolutely being led and us allowing ourselves to be led because we need to flow. Somebody asked me the other day, Bill, what's flow all about? You have to just surrender and flow. You've got to remind yourself just to go with it. Go with the program. You can put up a little, I don't think, but you got to flow. The only way that energy is going to activate you, upload you, other than when you're asleep, because it happens 24 hours a day, is to allow yourself to ascend. Allow yourself to ascend. Got to. Well, Bill, what does that actually mean? Let shit go. Let shit go. How do I do that? Guided meditations twice a week. 1 or 2 days in between. Right? Get yourself really breathing. Really get yourself lightheaded. If you can do that, you basically, ego cannot engage in your body because you're not there. You're here. Allowing your spirit guide, your guardian angels in your body to release that stuff off the outside of your body and the inside of your body that we gather every day. And we have for centuries. But now we know how to let it go. Guided meditation. I don't care who you watch. Doesn't matter. Because that will actually alleviate the pressure that is on your body. In your body, the angst, the anger, the disappointment, all kinds of different things. I could never give gratitude when I was supposed to for all kinds of different things because it didn't feel right because I didn't get what I wanted. So I was pushing too hard for it. If I just get tired, right? It's almost survival, right? I have to. Come on, what are you doing? I have to. No, you don't. And I will tell you this, that when I became a single dad, right, of doggies, it was scary after they told that person to leave my house. And he did in like 20 days. Yeah. My business was like, oh gosh, how am I gonna, well, I had to learn how to be humble and ask my sister for money, which I've never done in my lifetime. I was always the provider. Hence why they did it to me. Yeah. Was it a learning process for myself and others? Yes, it was. I surrendered to that and lost myself. But I learned a big lesson. That's why it happened. Nothing happens by chance, everybody. Nothing happens by chance. It's all on our soul journey. We just don't know it yet. So when we go through the hard stuff, it's because, number one, usually we haven't done what we needed to do to allow ourselves, because we're in so much fear, tensed up, just, oh my God, I'm going to die. You're not going to die. And I use that term, going to die, because that's what your ego believes, right? Because it believes you're a prehistoric man or woman. It believes that you are this person on the planet that has no idea how to take care of themselves. You have the same ego that you've had your entire eternity on the planet in third dimension. It knows how you died every single time. And right now it's thinking, what the fuck are you trying to do? Because that light right there, where you want to go to, I don't know what that is. Because ego is a third dimensional instinct. It's not a 5-dimensional instinct. It's something that they gave us to go from 5th dimension back into 3rd dimension for a trial. Yeah. This is all their game. Kind of like the Thunderdome or whatever, right? That's what it is. And the blessing is we're here to come out of it. To go back into 5th dimension where we came from thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago. When we were energy beings. See? It's just about being as conscious as we can, fixing our childhood. Number one thing you got to do, work on your childhood, because nobody's childhood was good. Some were pretty freaking bad. Healing our inner child, loving ourselves, hardest thing you'll ever do in your lifetime. Put up boundaries for people who don't appreciate you by kicking them out of your circle, ditching your friends, ditching people that no longer serve you. That was hard for me. The serve you part really was hard for me. Because as they're not doing it, You finally one day from your guides go think, well, gosh, they don't really give a half you know what about me after 40 years. Because I've grown and they have not. You can't bring the baggage along with you. Not gonna work. Are they baggage? Is that cruel? No. They had the chance to grow. They chose not to. Yet. If ever. I hope they do. But we can't hold on to the stragglers. They're too heavy. 3D's too heavy. And does it make you feel bad? Not if you're doing your meditations. Not if you're talking to spirit. Doesn't. Because it gets to a point where you don't miss them because you never talked to them anyway. They never really showed up for you. If they did show up for you, they were jerk-offs. You know, combative. Don't really care. Well, that's not higher dimensional energy. We all love each other. That's the way it is. And then, of course, codependency at the end. Spirit tells me codependency is our last hurdle. Our last hurdle into 5D. Because it heals us. It truly heals us. When we understand why we are the way that we are is from 100% living in that space with our parents. And Spirit and I talked about this months ago. I mean, like months ago. Probably 2022. Right? We learned how we were taught. And my sister and I had this conversation yesterday and this morning about our family, the kids. Because they raised their children the same way that we were raised, right? And and we could not say anything at all, right? You couldn't talk back to your mom or your dad because it would be like, who do you think you're talking to? Well, that made you shrink, right? So we swallowed what we needed to say about our discontentment with what was going on. Why do you treat me like this? Why can't I have what I want? And I talked to my sister about that too. Her and I are very, very firm on my mother having these conversations with us about expectation. Why shouldn't I have an expectation? You know, I'll work my butt off to get what I want. And I did. So did she. Right? We learned from our dad. But then it was in our DNA, right? So I've gone through okay, that's not my job anymore. I'm not doing that anymore. Not doing it because I know they're going to take care of me like I know they're going to. She's going through that now. But I look at my nieces and nephews, and she looks at her son and her nieces and nephews and how they were stifled. All of us were stifled. They were keeping us safe and they didn't know what else to do. Right? One niece and nephew, my brother's kids didn't get what they needed from their mom. She's off doing partying. She was off partying, doing her thing, right? My brother was both mother and father to those kids. See? So they have those issues with their mom. Because she was never around. She wasn't. And my brother was harsh. Still is harsh. Love him to death, right? My brother. Known him my entire lifetime. But he's been harsh. And what we're taught as children is bad inside of us. And we have to make peace with that. Right? By conversations with that parent. Not excusing it because, yeah, it's just the way I did that for decades about my mom. She did the best she could. But she shut us down all the time by screaming at us. Yeah. Again, she's my mom. Love her to death, right? Love her. My best friend on the planet. Ever. Past lives with each other. As mother and child. Or brother and sister, whatever it was. But I was her focus. Yeah. Right? But it wasn't a good focus. All of us have something in our childhood, or a lot in our childhood, that we have to make peace with the person who didn't know any better. And if they did know better, it's even worse. I've done a little bit of work with people who have had lots of trauma, narcissistic moms or dads. All about them, and they were lost. Just lost. And they didn't know why. Because they're a narcissist. You're kidding me. No. But we don't see that when we're 8, when we're 7, when we're 12. We're just my mom and my dad. We're trying to survive the environment when we're born. Yeah. And I'll tell you this. The other day at this little grocery store that I go to get chicken, this woman had 3 daughters, and one was probably, the youngest one was probably 4, maybe 4 or 5. She was screaming so loud it went through the entire grocery store because she wanted to get in the basket. And her mother was damn determined not to put that child in the basket and make her suffer. Now, I said to my sister, all she wants is a reassurance that she's still that her mom's still her mom. That's all she wants. But I heard the mother say, oh my God, all she wants is attention. Yeah, she deserves the attention. Not that you gotta smother her. Put her in the freaking basket. Who cares? Right? Not to keep her quiet, but because she wants to. And her mother said, she just wants to be selfish. Ha! We all know about being selfish, right? You're supposed to be selfish. It's about you. But when you're a child, it's got to be about the kids. But the mother was raised by a mother and a father who, again, she's playing out, but you could tell she was frustrated and angry at the child for bothering her, where the other 2 daughters were completely quiet. Just like my family, when my mom screamed. You know. But the little one is like, I ain't know. And she finally got put in the cart, and she had a big smile on her face. Maybe because she got what she wanted. That's okay. That's nourishment for her. That's her little girl going, God, I think she likes me because I got what I wanted. That's the way that we're programmed. And the blessing is we're getting out of that stuff. It's leaving us as we speak. And like Spirit talked about before and at other times, one big thing leaves and 4 or 5 things attach itself to it, and they go to the little stuff. Because they need us to go into 2025 in higher dimensional energy and absolutely, how can I put this? Receive it for ourselves and understand how joyous it is, right? Understanding how joyous it is that we're actually receiving what we want, because that's the way it's supposed to be. Remember, no more top down where the rich has all the money. It's now bottom up, right? Now bottom up. From 2025 and beyond, from now on. From now on. Better every day, Spirit says. Better every day. Now, does that mean if you're grounded in 3D that you're going to receive what you should when everyone else is? No. Told a woman this week, ground yourself like a pine tree. Pine trees do not have deep roots. Oak trees do. Maple trees do. Pine trees do not. Okay? They're on the surface, right underneath the dirt. Why? They don't have leaves. Their wood is not hard. Right? Their trunks are not really hard. Not like an oak tree or a maple tree. They want to suck out as much water as they can in the wintertime. Doesn't matter when, but in the wintertime especially, to keep itself growing. A little bit at a time, right? Don't deep ground into the center of the planet. Again, you'll be Stretch Armstrong. And what's going to win is 3D because you know 3D. But I'm more comfortable grounding myself to the planet. Okay. But you're not going to be able to do what you need to do, nor clear the things out that you need to clear out as quickly as you can by grounding yourself to the core of the earth. Unless you're doing it for clearing, right? If you're going to sit on the beach, you're going to sit your butt on the ground with your shoes off, and you're imagining sending everything through your body, through the soles of your feet into the planet so it can stay there, and you walk away clear, do it. But daily, you should not do that, because you cannot live in 2 worlds, Spirit says. You can't. And the more that you're grounded to the planet at this time, the less you can enjoy 5D, because that's floating and understanding and floating and understanding stuff that you didn't understand 10 minutes ago, yesterday. It's all up here. It's already been activated. All we have to do is allow ourselves to access it. Allow ourselves to access it. Well, Bill, how do I do that? You don't do anything. Sit. Quiet. Stillness. Music. Floating. You feel free from all the junk that you've survived and lived out of in 3D. Yeah. And when we all get there as a collective, and people that you never thought they would ascend did an easier job for themselves than you did, it's okay. Because you probably had more people you were clearing in your past families than they did. James. Also, those of us that have been doing this for a while, me now I'm a decade in, right? It was still deep 3D. We're talking 2014, right? When I heard, what the hell is that? I have no idea what. I'm just a guy with a voice in my head. I don't need to know all this other stuff. Well, guess what? It's already downloaded. Yeah. Just had to allow myself to access it, which was extremely difficult. But now that we're at where we're at, it's much easier for us to let it go. So however hard it was 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, it's like quantum right now, because they need us to be able to access all the things that we need to access to help other people ascend. It's our job. It's our job. It's going to be your job, guys. Plain and simple. Either it's your family and your friends, it's your family, your friends, and the public, all kinds of things. Yeah. You're all going to be teachers in some shape or form in the collective. In the collective. There's 335 million people in the country. They're all not going to pass. A lot are staying, like 90%. And they're going to be looking for people who understand. All of a sudden they'll be seeing your light. They'll be seeing your aura. And your life's going to change. Bill, 3 people in the grocery store today came up yesterday and today. And then my sister, I'm like, I must be really like photogenic today or something, because all these people are looking at me like I'm like wow, get all these freaking looks. And Spirit went, well, it's about time. I'm like, oh yeah. Again, I was in the process of getting my sister and right from the airport and things like that, and worrying about Daisy, make sure that we have enough time, blah blah blah. Yeah, see, because everybody in the airport was looking at me like, what? Again, not paying attention. I was waiting for my sister's flight to land and things like that. Third dimension. Yeah. So when that happens to you, you get click that on and go, oh, I see what that is. I get that. Oh, I get what that is too. Okay, cool. So if those things happen to you this week, guys, until next Thursday, go to YouTube and write them in the comments, because those comments are there all the time. James. Okay? If you need to comment on the video there on YouTube. Because then I can go back and I can answer them for you. I answered a bunch of questions this past week. I was so happy. People actually put questions down. Yeah. Because once I take this and delete it at about 8 o'clock, 8:30, I'll read the comments and I'll try to answer back, but then I get frustrated and tired because I've been doing it all day. Because the baby girl gets me up at 5:30 in the morning to doesn't get late until 6:30, but she's in this 5:30 gig, 6 o'clock gig, where she's laying on top of me, licking my face. Ugh. Yeah. So we go to bed early. Yeah. But I can't wait to find out from everybody how their week went. The first week of August. And how impactful things are. And I don't want anybody to say Billy didn't get anything, because that's not true. ego's blocking you because it knows your greatness inside. It knows that if it allows you all of these positive things to happen because you haven't cleared yourself times, it's going to die. It's going to anyway. Just doesn't know that. That's what it's about. So all you light workers, start clicking the light, because if you don't, someone is going to do it for you, and you're going to be like, Bill, I can't. 3 people at the grocery store today, or at the wherever, at Macy's or wherever, Nordstrom, walking on the mall, people looking at me. Yeah, get used to it, because they're looking for somebody to help them out. Okay, so reading specials will start again this weekend. Maybe next week, next Monday, I think it is. Next Monday. August is going to be a fabulous freaking energetic month. Both positive and negative. But the positive is going to win over if you allow it to win over. Keep that monkey brain, right? Keep that monkey brain calm. Take care of yourself. How many times a day do you say to yourself that you love yourself out loud? That's a daily practice, everybody. An affirmation. I've been doing this affirmation for like 5 weeks, and it's a WTF thing, because I'm in tune with them. I'm a magnet for financial abundance and miracles. Shifts my energy when I'm feeling fear. Like in the morning, we all wake up with this stuff. And I do it 10 times, 15 times, 20 times in the morning when I'm walking the dog, right? Because she's just looking around, smelling stuff. I'm just the guy who holds her leash. And then throughout my day. And not only just for fear anymore. It's just when I remember to do it, which is quite often. Building that momentum opens up your vortex. And right now it's going to be easy to open. Use it to your advantage, everybody. Use it to your advantage. It's not like this anymore, right? It's like this. It's waiting for you to open it more and flow through it so it can open up yourself and allow those things to come to you. I never said that before to anybody. That's kind of freaking cool. It's true. Okay? So I'll see you guys next Thursday. Coach the Soul, Thursday at 3. Any questions, you know where to ask me. You can text me too if you want to. You guys know all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Enjoy this weekend. It's going to be hot, but it's better than snow, and it's better than rain. So I'll see you guys next Thursday. Coach for the Soul, Thursdays at 3. Oh, 2, if you guys would go over in about half an hour and like, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel on YouTube and leave a comment, even if it's just an emoji. I would be very, very thankful if you guys would do that for me. Yeah. It's fair to say, well, don't expect them to, because they never have. I know, but yeah. But please do for me. It'd be great. Okay? It helps me want to answer people's questions. Let's just say that. If we all participate together. Even the people who are watching it on YouTube, please comment. Please. Even if just an emoji, like a heart or a goofy face or whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay? So I'll see you guys next Thursday. Have a good week. Comment if you need to. Send me a text. Or do it on YouTube. That's even better. See ya.